here who would like to become a member of this church here on this side of Zion. Then you have the benediction. Then everybody go home. Then you're right back into this vicious triangle come Monday morning. If not Monday morning, Sunday afternoon after you leave from the church, you are right back into your same. I'm not talking to you. Maybe I'm just talking to myself. Satan wants us to be in a mindset of frustration. I'm going to try to teach this morning. Because he don't want us to hear from God. That's right. As long as you are frustrated, you can't hear from God. Are you still with me? When your mind has been bombarded with the issues of life. Let me take it further than that. When your mind has been bombarded with kinfolk, that the more you do for them, the more they expect for you to do. And then when you don't do, they get angry with you, and they never done anything for you. Now I know I'm walking right now. So basically here, Satan wants us to be so upset. And we'll say that I'm not frustrated with anybody. But your disposition tells us something totally different. Have you ever talked to an individual, and I'm trying my best to teach this. Have you ever talked to someone and they looked like that they was angry, but when you confronted them, they said, "Oh no, I'm fine." And then you'll say, "Well, why do you look like that?" They'll say, "Well, this is just me. This is how that I look." Well, some people don't try to better their outward position. Meaning that if everybody is telling you how that you look, well then why don't you try to do something to better yourself? I'm not saying for you not to be who you are. But you never know. People may not come to you because they are afraid to by your look. Or just touch your neighbor and say, "I hope that you don't look like that." So really what needs to be done is that our minds needs a spiritual and a natural makeover. It's going to be a reality show on this evening. But we need a makeover. Look at your neighbor and say, "Neighbor, you really need a makeover." Well, some of y'all are afraid to say that. Look at someone and say, "You really need a makeover."
Yes, sir.
Help me here, Father. That one of the first things that what we need to do in order to get this or to start on the right track for this makeover is the word adaptability. Adaptability. Now one may ask, well, what are you speaking about? You got to prepare yourself for change and stop being comfortable at where you're at and refuse to go any place better. Just because your family never had a house doesn't mean that you got to settle for the project. And don't get upset. And look, if kinfolk get upset with you because you are breaking that curse, there's nothing wrong with the projects. I grew up in the projects. But I'm saying don't allow that to be your destiny where you can better yourself. Reason why that some of our minds are not growing because we have taken on the pledge that was given to us by our grandmama and our great-grandmothers, and we refuse to change. Maybe back then it was better for them. That was all that they had. But you are living in a new dispensation of time. It's time for us now to learn how to adapt to changes. The reason why you have companies that fail because as the economy changes, they don't know how to change with it. They try to keep their same old way of doing things, and they find themselves degressing rather than progressing. And I believe that you that are sitting here this morning, you want to progress in your life and not degress. Are you still with me? The next thing is, we got to learn to take advice. You don't know everything. Oh, let me say it again. You don't know everything.
That's right.
Because you are not God.
That's right.
There's some things God has not revealed to you.
That's right.
So you are only talking through that which you have read, or maybe have known what somebody else have gone through.
That's right.
But you yourself have never experienced it.
That's right, Bishop.
If you get to the place that you can't take advice, well then you are on your own island.
That's right.
I don't care how old you get,
That's right.
a child should be able to come and tell you something that can help you.
That's right.
Because age has nothing to do with this.
That's right.
Oh, y'all ain't hearing me on that. I know sometimes we want to tell our kids, well, go back in the room because you're talking too much. But sometimes the Lord will use that child
Yes, He will.
to give you a word of wisdom.
Yes.
But just because it didn't come through an adult, you reject it because you feel that they can't tell me nothing.
That's right.
If God in the Bible have used a jackass to tell a man of God,
He did, Bishop.
if God can use ravens to feed a prophet,
Come on now.
but if God can use anybody to give you advice to help you to get out of your mess, oh, you better talk about to me on this morning.
That's right.
You need to be able to take advice.
That's right. Come on.
You need to be able to do that. You need to be able to do that. The next thing is appearance.
Come on,
What are you projecting?
Come on, Bishop.
Are you projecting success? Or are you projecting, I'm just barely making it?
Come on. Come on.
I'm getting a lot of A's.
Come on. Come on.
When I was hired for this particular company, and I came in at the bottom, and this company supplied you with uniform, well, at least with a shirt. And the company that I had started working for, I didn't know anything or didn't know anything about auto parts. I knew very, very limited. I didn't know a lot about auto parts. But we had a quota to meet. Each sales associate had to meet a certain quota either by daily or before the week was out. Now I'm coming into this store that nobody knew me, and the other sales associates who was there had their own customer base that would come in and only ask for them. So I started thinking, what can I do to get customers to come to me? Because I have a quota and I want to be able to make it. God gave me an idea. I pressed my uniform shirt, not just put creases in my sleeves, but I gave myself military creases, which was I would have one on each side of my chest, a crease. I would even put 2 to 3 creases in the back of my shirt. The Lord said, now put on a necktie. I put on a necktie with my a shirt that was given to me by this company. He said, make sure that your shoes are shiny. Make sure that your shoes are shiny. Make sure that your slacks have a crease down the middle. Do you not know that when I went to work, customers would come in thinking that I was the store manager just because of my appearance?
That's right.
You can't go to work and it look like that your shirt look like a road map because you got so many wrinkles. And why are you projecting? Then you want to project that God is good, that God supply all of my needs. But what you are projecting is something that is less than rather than greater than. If you want to go somewhere in your company, baby, fake it till you make it. Don't act like that you don't have any sense. Don't act like that your mother or your father didn't raise you well. Act like you got yourself together, and you will be surprised how many people will look at you.
That's right.